Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about aquarium maintenance and some things I do to clean my aquarium. So first thing I do, if you want to do a water change, is you need a towel, just to keep the water from getting on your dresser or stand. And you need a bucket, and I'm just using this bucket with wheels, some mop bucket. And then you need a pump, and I have two sizes here. This is a larger one, and this is a smaller one. For this aquarium, typically I use the larger one. And you can just stick it in here. It comes with this. Hold on just a second. And this is not very long. Keep in mind when you're buying these, you have to look at the length, because I have a pretty tall stand, so I actually have to set mine on top of my step stool here, and it's pretty secure. It's not going anywhere. It really depends on what kind of stand you have. And as you can see, it doesn't reach as well as I would like. So keep in mind when you're buying these, the length is not always correct size. And all you do is, with these, you stick it in, and you just do this. And it might take a second. And then it goes in. And I would take out once a week about 25% of your water. So that would be probably about this much of my water. And you always want to cut off your filters before you do it, especially if you're taking a lot of water, because you don't want those to dry up and shut off on their own. Okay, and then once you have that done and all your water's in there, you can go dump out your bucket, fill it with tap water. I just do in my bathtub. And then the conditioner that I use this stuff from Tanked, ATM. And it's just standard conditioner. This is my favorite. And then they also have this with vitamin C. If you get this, I would not recommend using this every time. I would only recommend using this sometimes. This is really the best to use every maintenance water change. And then a few other things I have is this. If you have cloudy water, which I do sometimes, so I use that. And then if you need to, you can get beneficial bacteria liquid, and I just use this. If you're starting a new aquarium or cycling it, that works great. And then I have a planted aquarium, so I use this plant food liquid, and I just started using that. And it helps your plants grow and keep them healthy. And then there's also this by ATM. This helps keep your water odorless and removes organic buildup, and it works great. I wouldn't use too much of that, but it does work if you want to have a clean smelling aquarium. Okay, and then after that, if you change your filters, I have medium and large. I just buy these. And you always want to rinse these out underwater because there is, you just gotta rinse the carbon or it's not good for your fish. A lot of black carbon actually comes out in the water when you rinse it, so you definitely have to rinse those. And then fish food. I have 2 cichlids and I use this. They don't eat it very much, but I try to give them a variety of food. And then I use color flakes. Hold on. I don't have the cover on this. This is what the rummies love to eat. Color enhancing flakes are really good. And then for my algae eaters, I use shrimp pellets, and I use these little algae tablets, and then occasionally I will give them algae wafers. These are stronger. And then occasionally I will give my fish frozen food. I'll give them brine shrimp or bloodworms or something, which they love. And then for glass cleaner, I use ATM glass cleaner. This stuff is awesome. Non-toxic, it does not hurt your fish. Most glass cleaners you do not want to spray around your tank, but this is completely safe. And it works great. And then to test my water, I just use strips. This is what I've been currently using. And then sometimes I'll use this stuff. I'm currently out of that. Actually, that is the ammonia testing strips, and these test everything. See that? And I don't have a liquid testing kit. I haven't invested in that yet, but if you don't want to spend the money, I would definitely get strips. They work great. And then you can get like pH. I'm currently out, but this is a little pH thing. It tells you the pH. And that works good as well. And I also use this magnet float thing, and it's a magnet and it cleans the wall of your aquarium. And this is awesome. I would definitely invest in one of those. They're not very expensive and they do a great job. And then just to take it off, it just floats up to the top. So that's great. And you always want to have good filters. And I have driftwood, so my water does get yellow sometimes, and that's also why I use this clarifier. And what it does is just sticks to the dirt particles and lets them float to the bottom, and then you can suction them up with the water change. More things you can use. If you have pH trouble, you can use pH up or down. But be careful with this liquid stuff because it's really strong and it can unstabilize your pH. And they also have pH tablets. These work the best in my opinion. This is all by Tetra right here. There's also Lifeguard. This will help with fungal infections, Ike. And do not use this with scaleless fish like cories, loaches, snails, because it will kill them. As well as no more algae. I think that will too. Definitely be careful with this stuff and read the instructions. You can also get like Siamese algae eaters. They do great for algae eating. They eat green algae. If you don't want to buy this stuff, if you have scaleless fish. And another thing I forgot to mention on water changes, when you have your water in your bucket and you're ready to fill up your tank, you can get a pitcher and just scoop up the water and make sure you have a towel so it doesn't drip, and just pour in the water. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe.